today's video, we're going to be talking about geosphere. Geo in Greek means earth, and geo consists of all of Earth's rocks, soil, landforms, and minerals. Now, geosphere is very important, but before we get into the topic of geosphere, we first need to understand the types of rock. Now, there are 3 types of rock, and we talked about it in another video, but in this video, we're just going to recap. So let's move over here. So there are 3 types of rock. One is the igneous rock, second is the sedimentary rock, and last is metamorphic rock. Let's start with the igneous rock. So the igneous rock is created when magma from under the earth rises up and explodes by a volcano or whatever. When this reaches the earth's air, it cools to an extent where it creates rock. This is igneous rock. Now, after some weathering and erosion, it breaks into pieces. When those pieces, when they're left together, when they come back and solidify back into one main structure, it's called sedimentary rock, after lots of compaction. Lastly, when the sedimentary rock, let's say the sedimentary rock, it was buried deep underground. If sedimentary rock is buried deep underground, it is changed by the heat and pressure of the earth, or the heat and pressure of the geosphere. This creates metamorphic rock. And after that, it melts, because it's under the earth, it melts into magma and it turns into igneous rock, and this is the whole rock cycle. It doesn't have to follow the same life cycle like igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. It can go like igneous, metamorphic, sedimentary, or sedimentary, igneous, metamorphic. It can go in any possible way. So now let's go back in the topic, the geosphere. So let's look at this map over here. This map shows the Earth's tectonic plates. Where are the tectonic plates located? Tectonic plates are located in what's called the lithosphere. Hence, another name for the geosphere, the lithosphere. The lithosphere is found in the upper part of the mantle or the lower part of the crust. The lithosphere consists of the tectonic plates. But how do these tectonic plates move? Well, let's go into another recap. So these things are called convection currents. So if you go into the outer core, the hot molten rock from the outer core, it goes up into the cooled lithosphere. The cooled lithosphere cools that lava. However, when the cool lava goes back down into the outer core, it heats up that lava, turning it into molten rock. This cycle of molten rock cooling and the cool lava heating up is called convection currents. These convection currents create pressure, which then allows the tectonic plates to move here and there. And sometimes even volcanoes get triggered by tectonic plates, and the famous tsunamis also get triggered by this. The lithosphere is found under the crust, but above the mantle. Now, this location also is prone to continental and oceanic crusts. What are those type of crusts? Well, let's review it again. So, continental crusts is the crust found under continents. Oceanic crusts is the part of the lithosphere that's found under the ocean. So, pretty much, all of the water is being held by the oceanic crust, which is nothing but the upper part of the lithosphere. And all of the land is being held by the upper part of the lithosphere called the continental crust. Hence, continental and oceanic crusts. And let's see, what's the lithosphere? We talked about the location of the lithosphere. Let's move on to Earth's landforms. Earth's landforms are formed by the geosphere. These Earth landforms are mainly caused by the lithosphere located over here. The lithosphere, because it's in charge of tectonic plates, it moves continental crusts or the tectonic plates, either they bash them together, slide against each other, or move away. For example, if the Indian plate is crashing against the Eurasian plate, creating the Himalayas. While in the Pacific Ocean, there's a hot spot. This creates the beautiful islands that we know, Hawaii. And the Nazca and the South American plate creates the Andes mountain range in South America and in Chile. The geosphere has a lot of importance. The geosphere is what gives plants nutrients, and those plants are eaten by animals. This is what creates the food chain. And those animals are eaten by humans. So the key chain of life is through the geosphere. The geosphere is very important. So in the conclusion, we can say that the geosphere comes in many uses. It creates landforms, it helps the food chain balance, and also it helps us have a proper place to live, walk, and survive on. Now let's look at some human impacts of the geosphere. Things like urbanization, desertification, mining, soil contamination. These human impacts have made the geosphere lose its nutrients, which is affecting our food chain.